All right. I think this is game. They didn't kill lightning. They didn't kill the ether spark. Lightning doubles our damage. Ether spark gets us 10 mana. Add 10 mana of any one color. We'll choose red. And that's 20 damage. Take that, Ugin. Oh, we never saw the battlefield. Hello, all you Zen folk out there. Bring it in. I'm Average Zen, your host of Average Zen Presents, streaming live on Twitch at Average Zen Presents, or perhaps you're watching on YouTube at Average Zen. All is acceptable. All are welcome. Yes, feed the algorithms with your likes, comments, subscribes, and follows. Thank you, Terrigen. Terrigen says, welcome back, and welcome back indeed, all of you. Well, we're going to jump in for this Brawlin Friday edition with the lightning and the thunder. That's right, we are playing Lightning Army of One, a 3-mana Boros commander, 3/2, first strike, trample, lifelink, wunderbar already. With the stagger ability, whenever lightning deals combat damage to a player until your next turn, if a source would deal damage to that player or permanent that player controls, it deals double that damage instead. This is, like the cheapest damage doubling spell that I can think of. And note that it does say until your next turn. Okay, so instants that you play or damaging abilities you have on your opponent's turn also work. Initially, I wanted to build this deck as a damage reflection deck. I wanted to do Brash Taunter, the Boros guy that does damage reflection. Screaming Nemesis is still in the deck because, chef's kiss. And also there's Phyrexian Vindicator, but it's 4 white pips, and in a Boros deck I didn't see that. Brash Taunter was too expensive, so there is another way to build this deck that I think would be interesting, but I've gone for the more simplistic, more direct damage route, and we have tons of burn. We have Explosive Singular. This is also kind of a token deck because of the fact that Lightning has first strike, so that until your next turn, if a source, that includes your other creatures. So if we have a bunch of tokens and we pump them up with maybe Caretaker's Talent, they all get double damage as well. And so it's not just instants and sorceries and other direct damage-based effects. That being said, we have tons of ways to make tokens. We have stuff like Perforos in here for an Impact Tremors effect. We've got tokens that just keep on coming. Urbrax Forge. We've got Storm Forge Armor, which I think would be fun to throw on Lightning, because then she gets Ball Lightning. We have Nahiri's Resolve, which allows us to bounce creatures. And what might we want to bounce? Well, it could be any number of things, but my initial thinking on that was that it would be bouncing lightning or any of our other creatures that are non-tokens, just so it's kind of like a virtue effect, but it also has +1/+0 and haste, so that makes our stuff even bigger, which the damage gets doubled by lightning post first strike damage. So yeah, it could be good. Inferno of the Star Mounts also looked excellent. I think if we could manage to get their power up, could be a thing. We have some effects like Fling, Thud. We can toss Screaming Nemesis at people. Self-Destruct is also in here somewhere. If you want the full deck list, you can always hit !deck in chat or hover over. If you're watching later on YouTube, then you can always check that video description link below, and that will get you an Archideck link. And yeah, let's take it into the queue, see if we can burn some Brawls. My wife and son going to the Imagine Dragons concert on this Monday. That would be July 20th. Gonna be an excellent show, I hope. Somewhat inspired by the lightning and the thunder, as they say. Or as they sing. Alright, up against Miriam Sentinel Verm by Steel IO. This is the double dragon one? Yes, non-token dragon, make a token, except it's not legendary. Okay. If we had the Dragon, that would probably be the most popular dragon commander, but since we don't have the Dragon, Miriam's probably number one. I like our hand. Let's go. Alright. Let's see what they play. Let's go with the Scamp. I should have played that turn one. We've already made a mistake. Got excited. Oh, they has Druid. Well, we have Lightning Army of 1, and you're welcome to block with your Druid if you like. And we will decline. Alright, they're on 4. Dragons are cheaper. And a Fanatic of Ronus. Those are both very big problems. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's go and attack in with both. Would you like to block? And they said no. That was a mistake. Alright, because now we get in double damage there. And I think that we do. It deals damage to any target. Let's decline on this occasion. We'll go Skewer the Critics for the Spectacle cost. Destroy the Fanatic of Ronus. We'll go Ghostfire. No, Wild Slash on the Servant. And that'll do, Pig. That will do. And they can embalm or eternalize. But that's okay, because we can Ghostfire Slice that. Now, if we just get one more mana, then we're rolling deep with Elspeth Stormslayer. That 0 ability will allow Lightning to get in until they get a dragon. Invasion of Tarkir. Oh, I don't like it. And they have a Terror of the Peaks. Take action. Alright then. This is going to be a rough match, especially since we're not drawing lands. Alright then. Well, let's go ahead and attack in. We will sacrifice this time. Submit. Add a counter to that. Deal damage to the Paradise Druid. Cast Cloud. Midgar Mercenary. And let's grab ourselves the Swiftfoot Boots. Play the Swiftfoot Boots. Alright, they're on 5 mana now. Right? Yep. That's a dangerous place to be with a Terror of the Peaks in hand that can have haste. Luckily, we added the Invasion of Tarkir, a counter to it. Oh, okay. They eternalize. I like it. Alright, Sundown Pass. Let's go ahead and I think we have to Ghostfire Slice there. And we'll hit Cloud there. And give that a little extra buffer room. And hold up. I ultimately think we're going to lose this one, but we'll see. If they continue to mess around instead of putting pressure on us, then maybe we have a shot. Alright, well, let's go with Elspeth Stormslayer. And we'll make a couple of tokens there. Well, I'm really hoping for another land next turn. That way we can suit up Lightning. Oh no. Okay, Ancient Copper Dragon is not good for us. Oh, Terrigen says report them for not playing nice. Oh, 13 treasures, that's all. Yeah, what? Why didn't you do that in the other order? Okay, they are playing nice. Alright, it's pretty much over now. So, Mox Amber. And we'll go with Swiftfoot Boots on any of those. There's nothing we can do about a bunch of 6/5s. I mean, come on. Well, yeah, this is game. Double Terror of the Peaks. Okay, we got O's, man. We did not get a chance to do anything, really. Other than deal with their board and try to keep them off Miriam, which is a totally fair commander. You should absolutely get double dragons. Why wouldn't you? Oh, speaking of totally unfair dragons, here's Ugin, Eye of the Storms. This is going to be ramp, and then exile all of our stuff. Alright, we do have a Stone's Forge Mystic. And a lot of really expensive cards. I don't know if we should have kept this hand. This is probably a mulligan. Oh, but look. Now we have a God of Souls that will probably be exiled. Alright, come on. We need some kind of land. Iron Crag is their ramp. And then what do they have? Okay, we hit a land. That is excellent. Let's go Lightning, Army of 1. Gain a life. Attack. Alright, they're at 4. And the activation is at for that is 2. Okay, no. Alright then, here we go. Ether Spark. We need you. Alright, attack. Alright, Ether Spark. I hope that you can do us a solid and get us to one more counter. We need one more counter so that we can do your -10. And that will get us Explosive Singularity, which should end the game. Alright. I think this is game. They didn't kill Lightning. They didn't kill the Ether Spark. Lightning doubles our damage. Ether Spark gets us 10 mana. If we can click on it. Okay. Oh, that's first strike. First strike damage first. Okay. Add 10 mana of any one color. We'll choose red. And that's 20 damage. Take that, Ugin. Oh, we never saw the battlefield. Good game. The Ether Spark, the ultimate ramp piece when you're trying to burn your opponent out with a 10 mana spell. Yes. Vayne Corridos Solidor. This is one of the refaced cards. Oh, it's Finn. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna be up against Poison here. Ooh, fun. We don't have any creatures, but we do have a Waystone's Guidance and some Burn. And we have an Agonzo, which we might play as a land. Alright, let's go Valakut Awakening as a land. No, I mean, we're probably going to play Agonzo as a removal. We are on the play, so that does give us the advantage of being ahead of their curve, so we can get to that. Let's go Pay 2 Life, Sacred Foundry. Yes, that was nasty, Terrigen, indeed. They were about, but to be fair, they were about to do very nasty things to us. That was a preemptive strike, or a kind of preemptive KO. I don't have Ugin removal, but I do have player removal, as they say. Oh, and there's the Ether Spark, and we have Explosive Singularity in hand. But first things first, we need to take care of, I mean, they almost certainly have a fight spell, right? But do we, I mean, come on, it's Waystone's Guidance with Lightning Army of 1. Let's just slam it. They have a fight spell, don't they? If they have a fight spell, then when it's over, there's no way we get come back from that. But Lightning having, oh, they don't have a fight spell. That would have definitely been when they played there. That means that we can defend because Lightning has first strike. And that'll take out Finn or the Scorpion. And then whatever we don't take out with Lightning, we can take out with Urza's Rage. If we get one land, we can go Ether Spark again and do the same combo. They're looking hard at Lightning. They're considering it. Alright then, well, let's go ahead, and I think the answer is we play the Ether Spark. We put a +1/+1 counter on Lightning and no attacks. If they didn't have a fight spell last turn, they probably didn't draw into one this turn. That's my thinking. And we're not so close to poison counter death yet that we have to worry about it. Alright, Evolution Sage, proliferate stuff. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill card after 3. Okay. Alright. So you're saying there's a chance. Alright, I think what we want to do is plus on Lightning. That way, when we do swing in with her, we do get the 10 to the 10 counters. No attacks. And then next turn we give her flying. And then we win. That's the plan. If they don't find a fight spell here, we win. They have to... Oh, they have reach, though. Oh, my goodness. I forgot about... Oh, but Lightning has trample. Oh, okay. They attack in with their reachers. Interesting. Okay, well, we block there. We block there. And we block there. That was a terrible move on our opponent's part. Absolutely terrible. But to be fair, they're dead next turn anyway. All right. Let's give They saw it coming. They knew it was coming. I don't know if they knew what we were doing was coming, but they knew their death was imminent. All right. I'm going to count that as a TKO. Good games, indeed. Fen. You know, we're defeating so many cheap commanders. It's funny. It's so funny with our crazy shenanigans. Ugin down, Finn down. And I don't mean cheap mana-wise. I mean cheap as in should not be allowed on television. Gulta, Primal Hunger. Speaking of which, this is the mono green one, so that's the one that costs less for total power creatures you control. Yeah, 12-12 trample, nothing to sneeze at, especially if it comes down early. I like Kazul's Fury. Probably play that as a land, though. We'll keep it. We have other effects just like it, not to worry. Sword of Wealth and Power seems good here. Alright, they're ramping. Never mind, they're drawing cards. Alright, Kazul's Fury, come on down. That puts us on Mind Stone next turn. They had 1-1 Vigilance, Death Touch Reach. Alright. Now we're drawing lands, I like it. Oh, Stadia Horizons, welcome. Yeah, good luck, thank you. We will need the luck here. Once again, we got a bunch of Death Touchers on the field. No Finn the Fangbearer this time. I've been seeing you've been streaming a lot, Stadia. I'm sorry I haven't been able to make it. I told you before, you're always streaming while I'm sleeping for some reason. I thought we were in the same time zone. All right, well, there's our lightning. And then next time we suit up with the Sword of Wealth and Power? Or do we split up here? Well, Stadia Horizon says, I do everything from home. Are you still playing Pokemon Pocket? Are they thinking about... No, they can't attack with the Lumbering World Wagon. It's got Summoning Sickness. All right, then. Well, here is our Sword of Wealth and Power. Let's equip that on Lightning. And I think we just go ahead and attack in because reasons. Stadia says, I've been playing it in segments so I don't stress myself out. Understandable. All right, if they can finish us here, then we're in trouble. There's Gulta. And the Swiftfoot Boots. And they can equip the Swiftfoot Boots. Oh my. Are we dead? Because if we're not dead, Study says, I reached the highest ranked here, so now it's a slow grind to go through individual rankings. Oh, yeah. All right, well, let's split up. Destroy all tap creatures. Auto pay. And we'll go ahead and attack in. All right, we got our treasure. No direct damage spells to speak of now, but we do have an Ajani, and that does do damage. So he says, I don't think I want to be the very best that no one ever was. Yes. Or that I'm able to 59. I don't know what I don't know what that specifically means, but I think I get the sentiment. You don't have to be the best. The goal is to have fun. I mean, We're not playing for cash prizes here. We're playing for entertainment value. Oh, we also have the Swiftfoot boots. How about that? No double white to speak of. That's an issue. What say you, opponent? Are they planning on crewing up the Lumbering World wagon? Alright, because I really want to attack in with lightning to get that double white so we can start casting Archangel Elspeth all over the place. Stati, I seem to recall that you're a fan of Elspeth. We have two of them in hand. Why the salt rope on the Swiftfoot boots? They have a fight spell they were looking forward to casting? Alright, so we attack in here. This has been a less than synergistic game so far on our part, but I think we're making it work. Alright, we have token treasure. That gets us Elspeth, the good one. And then we'll follow that up with the also good one next turn. And have so many tokens, your mind will explode. And Elspeth's ability might come in handy. Notably, we have pulled ourselves up out of the doldrums here of low life total. I think we can take another hit from Galta if we have to. Thrashing Brontodon. I'm not sure about this. That does give all... what's giving all their stuff... Garuk's Uprising is giving all their stuff trample. They gonna suit up the boots on the Brontodon. There's Galta. Okay. Well, we might be in trouble. Stadia says, trying not to flex, by the way. I'm just saying that I got burnt out on it. I've been playing MMOs. MMOs are kind of their own time sink. I can't do them anymore. Especially the ones that are very grindy. I just don't have that kind of time. But you get sucked in. But it's fun, though. Especially if you find a really good one. Which MMOs you've been playing, man? Alright, here we go. It's a lot of damage. I guess we're going to die. Yeah, they're attacking there. And there and there. And just to make sure. Torum Online. Very quirky, but the mechanics are very good. Nice. Oh, yeah, they knew the game was over. It's over. We won. Oh, cool. I've never heard of it. I'll have to check that out. Torum Online. Yeah, in case you didn't know, Stati Horizon's one of our fellow Twitch streamers. Are you streaming this Torum Online? I'm curious. Yep, curiosity killed the cat. If you get me into another MMO, I might, my wife and my child will suffer for it. Oh, another Ugin. Here we go. Let's see if we can take down this Ugin as easily as the last. Oh, we got some new cards. Nothing over 3 mana, and we have 3 mana in hand. What? Incredible. Snotty says the storytelling is rubbish because of poor translation, but the crafting and stuff is really cool. Oh, is it is it a Chinese MMO? I've played a few of those. Oh, Japanese. That makes sense. All right, they're ramping. All right, Sky Knight Vanguard, come on down. All right, Cleaving Skyrider is our finisher. All right, so we'll keep that one in pocket. Man, they are ramping very hard here. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up with this. Let's go Flage. And take out the Ornithopter. Otherwise, we're in trouble. All right, 4, 5, 6 mana, so they're 1 off. Now they're not 1 off. That is an issue. Well, let's go and do what we can. No point in playing out our commander here. We'll pay 2 life. And I believe the answer is just attack them. And we cannot kick this. But we can play the Buster Sword. Maybe they will go after the Buster Sword. No, they can't. With exile 1 permanent that's 1 or more colors, they cannot exile the Buster Sword. Brilliant moves in. What will you exile? Oh, the Sky Knight Vanguard, very scurry. All right, Glaring Fleshraker, sure. And they exile a token. All right, not the worst. They did get to draw a card, though. Fountain removal, they get rid of our other token. And they make another token for themselves. Yeah, this is not going as well as the first time against Ugin. All right, cool. Well, let's go. I mean, they're already on 9, too. My goodness. I don't know if we can do anything about this. I'm just not even going to try. Good game, Mookin. Nice job ramping really hard. In your all colorless deck. Easy to find colorless things to play. All right. Well, number 1, we didn't get any ramp. Number 2, we didn't get nearly enough pressure on the battlefield. Number 3, they just were able to exile our entire board really fast. Even though we killed their Ornithopter, they found that Forsaken Monument, and that was game. If it hadn't been for the Forsaken Monument, we might have had a chance. But it was just going to buff all their Eldrazi drone tokens, or spawn tokens. All right, on the draw. But I like this hand. Authority of the Consoles, not great for us. Let's go ahead and crack this and grab our Surveil land. Yeah, we'll keep a split up. That seems good. There's Cloud. And what will they find? Will it be the Buster Sword? It is not. Swiftfoot Boots is what it is. Well, too late now. Sigiled Sword of Valeron. What? Alright, Lightning Army of 1. Come on down. SRAM Senior Edificer and the Swiftfoot Boots. Cool. Alright, well, let's go and have this intertapped because we didn't hit a land. And how about Anam Pikal is a terrible answer right now. So let's go sort of Wealth and Power and attack in. That Authority of the Consoles will just gain them so much life. And I'm not so worried about the Swiftfoot Boots because we do have the split up in hand. Danitha, on the other hand, not great. It's got Vigilance. Okay, well, let's go with this guy here. And we'll pay 3 life to equip, play Giver of Runes. They will gain a life. And how about no attacks? Well, you know what? Yeah, no attacks. Helm of the Host? What? This might be the first time I've ever seen Helm of the Host actually get equipped and work. Yeah, well, we'll block the token and gain back the life a little bit. Okay, well, we gotta play the land. Then we got to equip Lightning. And now we're gonna give Lightning protection from white. Yeah. Alright, and then play Split Up, destroy all untapped creatures. Alright, seems good. There's Aerith Gainsborough. Cool. It's a who's who here. Alright, well, we have exile target permanent controls mana value 3 or greater. Well, that is the sword. But I think we go with Helm of the Host. And attacking with Lightning. Seems good. All right, cool. And I think we have a surprise for the next turn if we untap with this board. I believe the Fling and the Ball Lightning will be relevant. Maybe, just maybe. Oh, they found the Ether Spark, and they cast the Ether Spark. That will leave them unable to equip Cloud. Oh, they put it on Aerith. Interesting. Alright, no attacks, or no blocks. All right, it's our turn. And let's go with you get protection from white. And now we attack. Yeah. We're attacking, yes, the player, not the planeswalker. That's fine. All right, they block there. All right, so we wait. Okay, that does that. And now we fling at you with the ball lightning. And we fling at you. And that's math. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, we did it. Double your damage. Good games indeed. Thank you, Terrigen. All right, let's see if we can do it again. I would still like to rebuild this deck as the damage reflection deck I talked about early in the stream, but I think this works. I think it just works, in the words of Todd Howard. Sabsunin Lux embodied. Sexy frogs that... Oh my goodness. Okay, goodbye. Oh, let's try again. You don't need to know what Sabsunin... You don't need to know what Sabsunin does. She's gone. She left the oven on. She had to leave. All right. Up against partner commanders Benedicta Harmon and Hugo Kupka. We did partners with Hugo, which is Bruce Tarl. That gains, when it enters or attacks, target creature control gains double strike and lifelink until end of turn, partnered with Ujitai Dragon Speaker. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Benedicta and Harmon. All right, so that makes sense. They would play those two together. I don't know why we didn't play those two together. All right, we got lots of burn spells in hand. Maybe we can do something with that. Oh, we even have a turn 2. Go, Sky Knight Vanguard, go. All right, they are searching for Escanta. We are casting Lightning, Army of One. All right, it's about to get silly. It is about to get silly. So let us go ahead and attack in here. All right, and all of our tokens now deal double damage. Ocelot Pride. They got to counter that, right? Yeah, there it is. All right, cool. Well, let's go with Skewer the Critics. While we have our double damage thing going on, that's 6 damage. There you go, down to 8. Good Lord. Yes. There you go. I mean, if you get off to a good start like that and lightning gets in and gets you that double damage, man, it's over. It's over. What did we get? A Cliff Tom Lookout? Should have not been played control that way, sir. You counted the wrong spell. Ocelot Pride was not the problem. Oh, hey, we found Sabsunin Lux embodied. Do I get to explain what it does this time? Dazen. Yes, so essentially she's got reach, trample, indestructible, 6/6 for 5, but she can only attack or block if it has an even number of counters on it. And if it has an odd number of counters, then she puts a +1/+1 counter on it. Oh no, at the beginning of their main phase, they put a counter on it. And if it has an odd number, they draw 2 cards. So odd number, they draw 2 cards. Even number, they can attack or block. The hard part about playing Subsunin is controlling the number of counters on it. We'll do this. We can slam that in for, if we need to, for 3. Hopefully we draw a mountain, though. Improvised club, love it. It is an instant, so we could potentially go Flage, hold up full control, sacrifice Flage, and improvised club for a total of 14 damage if we have lightning out. For 5 mana. Interesting. All right, they keep it on top. Oh, we did get that land we were looking for. All right, Cloud, you're going to find us. We already have the Buster Sword, so Cloud, you're going to find us the hasty Swiftfoot boots that we need. All right, go for it. Or are we going to go for the Ether Spark? I think we go for the Ether Spark. We know that can do wonders. Well, they're ramping hard. That means we got no interaction. We're free to throw down lightning. Unless they got a bounce spell. All right, lightning, go do your thing. And there's Luxa. All right, she has 0 counters, which does count as even. Let's go with the Buster Sword. Or not the Buster Sword, Ether Spark on lightning. And no attacks. We could have put it on Cloud, and that would have doubled the +1/+1 counters I think that it got. But that's okay. Cyclonic Rift? Really? Okay. Already. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I meant to hit the land part of it. Intertapped. It doesn't have trample. No attacks. And we'll discard Flage. Seems good. Sidecat Cub, also good. Oh, it does have trample. Bonnie Paul. Wow, man, this is just getting very hairy very quickly. All right. Well, that's 10 damage. Not much we can do about that. I think our fate is sealed. I think our fate is sealed. No, that's it. That's Cyclonic Rift before we even had 5 mana. Oh my goodness. Good job drawing Cyclonic Rift early game and ramping hard enough to cast it. Let's try again. And they main phased it too. They didn't even wait for our turn. That's confidence. Kefka, Court Mage, will confidently make us discard, and then they get to draw cards whenever we take damage. That sounds right. Yeah, whenever we lose life. But we do have Screaming Nemesis. We do have Stormforged's armor. This could be a thing. Oh, Dark Ritual. Okay. Into a chromatic lantern. Alright, well, let's surveil. Oh, hey, have a good one, Terrigen. I hope you have a good day. Alright, this almost certainly is going to get killed right off the bat. But that's okay, because it's actually the least... we're not really worried about that too much. The Ocelot Pride, kind of a distraction. Here's Kefka. A 4-5. And we will discard what? Oh, I just don't know. I guess the Stormforged armor. And they discard a Memory Deluge. Not exactly fair magic. We have Cathar Commando. All right, cool. That was a stupid Soul Shatter. Okay. I guess we go Mithril Coat. I just love playing against dedicated discard decks, don't you? All right. Discard all counter spells. No, we're not doing it. Next game. People that build Kefka decks, there is a special spot in hell reserved for you. Kind of like Turgid. I've been getting a lot of support on my Turgid deck recently on YouTube. People have been commenting a lot about how much they love Turgid. It really speaks to the zeitgeist, I think. We're in a bad place. We're in a bad place, world. We can turn it around. Alright, up against Zodiark, Umbral God, which is the one that makes everybody sacrifice half their non-gods. Yeah. Okay. And a 1-lander. No, technically 2-lander. I guess it's a 3-lander. We'll do it. Okay. Oh, Infestation Sage. Well, it's intertapped. We have our own Terror of the Peaks. Wonderful. Okay, here we go. A Johnny. Okay. Pay 3 life, and we'll go ahead and cast our commander. No attacks, and it has flying. Kane. Why? Ravenous Chupacabra. Wonderful. Mono black, all removal. Okay, well, let's discuss it. Get rid of the Chupacabra. Okay, no, well, we're not going to do that. I guess we just attack in with a 1-2. I would have liked to have hit a land. Our opponent has ramped far beyond our capabilities, and they have a handful of cards and a commander that lets them sacrifice stuff, or makes us sacrifice stuff. And we are falling behind on land drops as well. Not a great situation. Massacre Worm, cool. I love that they were able to cast that, and we're still on 3 mana. All right. Not much we can do here. Not a lot at all. So I think what we do is attack in with that. And yeah, so we're gonna wait for the trigger. No, wait, what? Why couldn't I respond to the trigger? Game? I guess we gotta go full control to do that. Alright then. Well, I guess we Ghost Fire Slice it. I don't know how we come back from this. Sir Conrad, wonderful. Alright, no blocks. We need a board wipe that we don't have. I think we have a split up, and that wouldn't even do it here. No, well, I mean, a 6/6 is nothing to scoff at. But I think we go Terror of the Peaks. That's about our only option. And hold up the Giver of Runes to give protection from black. No, okay. Gary Merchant of Asphodel is going to finish us off. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, we just not able to get any momentum there at all. I'm not satisfied with it. Let's do one more. I think we can do better. I know we can do better. We have done better. All right, Giada, Font of Hope. What say you? This is an angel commander that also gets angels in with a +1/+1 counter and acts as an angel mana rock. And they're on, okay, Authority of the Consoles, wonderful. We'll pay 2 life and get the Scamp. There's Giada. Do that. Let's go Wild Slash there. And attack in. Decline. And then next turn, I think we go Mind Stone. Okay. Yep, Mind Stone. Next. And we will. That's when it deals combat damage to a player. Never mind. No attacks. Well, Johnny's welcome. All are welcome. And they can play Giada again. Alright, we need a burn spell. That is not a burn spell. 1, 2, 3, but it is enough to play Caretaker's Talent and Sky Knight Vanguard. Which I guess that's fine. Okay. Well, we're absolutely getting beat up on here by angels. Uh-huh. They all have vigilance, too. That's awesome. Alright, well, let's go Lightning Army of 1. Gain them some life. We'll go next. Attack. Yeah, whatever. They also gain life off of that. We get to draw a card, though. That's interesting. Well, they choose to block. I like it. Cool. Yeah, okay, so we'll do 1 damage there. And then cast Thud. No, it doesn't work. Okay, how about this? Make a copy of this guy. This is a tough spot. No. They gave our guy Defender. Ridiculous. Alright, which means now we have to use our Witch Enchanter to destroy that. Which I'm pretty sure means we lose next turn. Would you like to block? They do. Alright, good. Well, they double block. That is interesting. Well, we definitely take out the Watcher. Uh-huh. We'll take action. And cast Thud. Take out Giada. Sacrifice the Witch Enchanter. And they just gave us a shot. They should not have blocked. Alright, play that tapped, and here we go. Oh, it was Giada's back. Alright, we have a Scalding Tarn. Let's grab a red source for that. Yeah, we'll do that. That Improvised Club looks good. We'll level up Caretaker's Talent. And attack in with a couple of 3/3s. They seem unconcerned. I don't know if we're going to be able to shut this game out. It's looking a little iffy. I mean, they got to have a handful of interaction, right? Okay, well, that's an 8/8 flying lifelink that can give all their stuff indestructible. Not great for us. I'm pretty sure that means that we lose next turn. Yeah. All we can do is flash into Cleaving Skyrider. That's supposed to be our finisher, but right now it's keeping us from being finished. We need a miracle. Oh my god, Authority of the Consoles is such an annoying card. I will be glad when that's gone from standard. Oh, come on. I just realized our opponent's name. I am God. Yeah. Play with your angels then. Come on. Here we go. Blasphemer. All right then. I'll take it. Why are we getting roped? Why are we getting roped with that by the person getting ready to kill us? Insult to injury? That's probably the case from a person that calls himself God. It's a little bit of hubris. Just a little bit. All right, we're getting the full rope for some reason. I mean, they can't. There's no way they know that we have a flash flying creature in white and red colors. All right, cool. Well, it's our turn. How about that? Well, there's a Terror of the Peaks. Hold on now, hold on. Let's think about this. Yeah, we go Terror of the Peaks. I think they just gave up. I want to give ourselves the benefit of the doubt, but I think they just lost connection. I think we could have come back from this. Maybe. Just maybe. It all really depends on what's in their hand. It seems I Am God is having some connection issues. Hello, God. Are you listening? It's me, Zen. No? Can you hear me now? All right, then. Good games, everyone. Good games. That's going to do it for today, man. I had a lot of fun playing this deck. It's, like I said, there's a couple ways you could build it. I think I would challenge myself to do the damage reflection game plan, because I think maybe the token elements that I added here could easily be swapped out for those, and that might be the way to go, because we just weren't going wide enough to benefit from the lightning's ability to double their power. But you know, we'll take it. Yeah, like I said, it could go either way. Well, yeah. And hey, thank you, Stadia. Good games indeed. That's going to do it for us today. So please remember to love one another, be cool, don't be a jerk, and have fun playing those Magic the Gathering arena games. Brawl in the lightning, in the thunder.